A government shutdown and a failure to extend the debt ceiling, we can now say that those risks are far less likely in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey now.
Yes, I think there are two things that have made those threats less likely. First, you have this very popular bipartisan effort to provide billions and billions of dollars of aid for the victims of Hurricane Harvey. If you attach that, as the Treasury Secretary just suggested, if you attach that to extending the debt limit, that puts something very popular as a moving vehicle. And then secondly, President Trump has backed away from his hints that he would he would shut down the government over the refusal of both Democrats and Republicans in Congress to fund his border wall. Once he took that threat off the table, that made a government shutdown much less likely.
So is there an element of kicking the can down the road here? Because my understanding is that Congress will probably pass a 3-month continuing resolution, which means that the debt ceiling will be extended, and then we do it all again around December. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, so that's what has been happening for the last 5 or 6 years. Remember the fiscal cliff? We've just kept pushing things back with both debt limits and budgets. What this does is gives the president some breathing room. We're looking at a continuing resolution instead of having a budget for the new fiscal year on October 1st, moving this back to a Christmas budget with potentially a major Christmas present for American taxpayers, a big tax cut vote coming as part of that budget deal in December if the president gets his way.
All right, let's pivot to tax reform. Do you think anything of any substance on that score will be done in the current session?
Yeah, so the president's still desperate for a signature legislative achievement. I think tax reform, which means changing the tax code, closing loopholes, creating political losers as well as political winners. That's unlikely. I don't think the president has the capital to do that, and you've seen other presidents fail in the past. But a tax cut, right? Something that just simply gives away, cuts taxes on people at a range of income levels. I think that's much more probable. It can be done through budget reconciliation, through a process that effectively excludes the Democrats. But the real question will be whether President Trump can convince fiscal conservatives and what's called the Freedom Caucus, the group of people who have held up all these items before that have increased the deficit, whether he can convince them to suspend their fiscal discipline and vote for the tax cut, which would be widely popular among Republicans.